If you just had a great interview and you're thinking about pausing the rest of your job search to wait and see what happens, this video may save you several weeks. If you're a director, VP, or senior leader and you have one promising opportunity in motion, I want you to hear this clearly. Do not pause your job search. Not because you're pessimistic, but because a maybe is not a strategy. So a recruiter is saying, you could be a fit. Is that an offer? No. A former colleague saying, hey, let's catch up. Is that an offer? No. A great first interview. Is that an offer? No. A hiring manager saying, we'll be in touch soon. That's not an offer either. And if you slow down the rest of your search because one opportunity feels promising, you may lose weeks or months waiting on something that's never as real as it felt. So today I want to show you the maybe trap and how senior leaders can keep momentum without becoming anxious or needy or scattered. Well, hello, I'm Neil Schultz with Career Upgrader, and I help directors, vice presidents, and senior leaders clarify their positioning, activate the hidden job market, and run a more strategic search so they can create better interview traction and stronger executive conversations. And one of the most expensive mistakes that I see senior leaders make is this. They mistake emotional relief for actual progress. Now, here's usually how it happens. You've been applying for weeks or months. The response rate is weak. Recruiters, they're inconsistent. LinkedIn feels noisy. Job postings, they feel fake, stale, or already spoken for. Then suddenly something promising appears. Ah! A recruiter reaches out. A former colleague wants to reconnect. A company you love responds. An interview goes well, and because the search has felt so discouraging, your mind grabs onto that opportunity and says, maybe this is it. Totally understandable, but it's also dangerous. Because when one opportunity becomes your emotional escape hatch, then you start making quieter decisions that hurt your search. You stop reaching out. You stop building new conversations. You stop applying selectively. You stop refining your position. You stop preparing for other possibilities. You tell yourself, I'm going to wait to see what happens. But in reality, you've been handed control of your search to someone else's timeline. So at the senior level, momentum does not come from one opportunity. Momentum comes from a system. So you need multiple conversations, multiple relationship pathways, multiple target companies, multiple decision makers, and multiple ways the market can understand your value. That does not mean panic applying. It does mean you keep the engine running until the offer is real. So here are my 5 maybe traps. Number 1, the recruiter maybe. A recruiter says, hey, your background looks strong. Good. But until there's a scheduled interview, a clear role alignment, and active movement, that's only a signal. It's not a strategy. 2, the former colleague maybe. Someone says, hey, we should catch up. That might be promising, but ask this simple question. What did you have in mind for our conversation? That one question protects you from building a fantasy around a vague reconnect. Number 3, the great interview maybe. You had a strong call. They smiled. They nodded. They said your background was impressive. Excellent. Now keep moving, because positive tone is not the same as hiring urgency. Number 4, the perfect job posting, maybe. Oh, that role looks like it was written for you. But if you only apply and wait, you're still competing inside the most crowded channel. Find the hiring leader. Find adjacent decision makers. Find the business problem behind the role. Your application should be the receipt, not the whole strategy. Number 5, the internal hope, maybe. This one's subtle. Tell yourself, I'll wait until I know what happens with this one before I invest more energy. That sounds rational, but most of the time, it's fatigue wearing a strategy costume. Here's what to do instead. This is the framework I recommend. Keep 3 lanes moving. Lane 1, active opportunities. These are interviews, recruiter screens, referrals, and warm conversations already in motion. Track them, prepare for them, follow up well, but do not overweight. Lane 2, targeted relationship outreach. This is where the hidden job market opens. Not, please let me know if you hear anything. Instead, I noticed your company's expanding into X. Given my background in Y, I had a question about how leaders there are thinking about Z. That's a different posture. You're not begging. You're entering the business conversation. Lane 3, positioning refinement. Every week, your resume, LinkedIn, and outreach language should get clearer. What problem do you solve? For what kind of company? At what level of complexity? With what proof? If the market has to work too hard to understand you, you'll keep getting inconsistent traction. So here's a simple rule. Until you have a written offer that you would seriously consider accepting, keep the search engine running. Not frantically, not desperately, not randomly. Strategically, because the strongest negotiating position is not, I hope this works. It is, I have options, clarity, and momentum. Hey, if you're a director, a vice president, or a senior leader and your search is depending too heavily on one recruiter or one interview process, one former colleague, or one maybe opportunity, that's exactly the kind of thing we can diagnose together. Book a free discovery call. We'll look at where your search is overdependent, where your positioning may be unclear, and what kind of search engine you need to build around your next move. The link is below in the description. And if this video helped, like, subscribe, and comment, maybe, so I know to make more videos about executive search momentum.